Alright, what's up, party people? I gotta do this little video here for you. It's Sunday, but I don't really work on Sundays, so I don't consider this work. I'm just reading this great book here. My favorite reading spot. Check this book out, Economics Explained. It was written back in the early 90s. Fantastic book. So, something to consider with Bitcoin, just for those of you that haven't jumped in yet and gotten in yet and really considered it a real legitimate investment. Point number one I just want to make really quick is, did you know you could make between 10 to 40% of your money back? That's a 10 to 40% return on your investment, any investment whatsoever, in 1 month. Now, that should really blow you away. If you're really getting what I'm saying, that should blow you away. Especially if you have your money in like a 3% GIC or a 1% savings account or a mutual fund that's getting you 4%. With cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, you could get between 10 and 40% of your money back. Totally friggin' astronomical numbers for some of you to actually believe is reality, but trust me, it's true. Second point, listen really quick. When I got into Bitcoin, it was $3,600. Right now, it is $6,900. It was 2 days ago $7,100, and it peaked at $7,100. Now it's gone back down a bit. A little bit of a stabilization at $6,900. Could go down a little more, could go up, could stay there for a while. But basically, when I first started looking at Bitcoin, okay, this is point number 3, very important. When I first started looking at Bitcoin, it was $1,800. We're talking Canadian, 1,800 Canadian dollars. This was like a year and a half ago. No, 2 years, I guess. And look where we are now. Now, you may be thinking, oh, but that means nothing. You may be thinking, but there's no real value behind Bitcoin. You may be thinking, it doesn't mean anything, or it's a huge risk, and it could crash, and you could lose all your money, Michael. Listen, all those things may be true. There is risk to any investment. But as you've heard me say before, my good friend Richard says there's no such thing as risk, okay? You want that definition, you got to hit him up and talk to him about that. He's got a brilliant financial mind. We're going to be working together on something pretty soon, I hope, Richard. You know what I mean. So listen, last point. Okay, I'm going to make this sweet and short because it's Sunday afternoon. I'm going to go to dinner with my family. Thankfully, we have the freedom and money and abundance and time to do that, which I'm really grateful for. But listen, here's the last point in this video, okay? Something to consider. In this book I'm reading, very good book, very simple and easy to understand. Came to me courtesy of Mr. Money Mustache. Economics Explained. Very simple understanding of economics. I've been curious about economics for the last few years. Did not take any university or schooling or anything like that. Got no degree in finance or economics. This book, a man I highly respect, a simple financial blogger, really great one, Mr. Money Mustache. Look him up. He recommended this book. So let me read you a little quote from this book, and then we're going to wrap this mofo up. Check it out. Technology was a genie that capitalism let out of the bottle. It has never since refused to go back in. Page 23 of this book. Brilliant. Check it out. Got the bookmark, the page note, and everything. Technology was a genie that capitalism let out of the bottle. It has never since refused to go back in. Think about those words. Think about those words. Technology was a genie that capitalism let out of the bottle. It has never since refused to go back in. Sorry, it has ever since. Same thing. So listen, what that means is, Bitcoin is technology. Cryptocurrency is technology. If you don't know enough about it, you need to do some more research. If you can't say that technology is shifting, and if you can't say that Bitcoin is a huge part of that shift, then you don't know enough. I'm just going to be straight with you, okay? It took time for me to get into it, for sure. Like I said, when I originally got in, it was $3,600. When I started to look at it and I wasn't quite convinced enough to put my money there, it was $1,800. No regrets, just information. Technology was a genie that capitalism, we're in a capitalist society, free market, you can do anything you want. Technology was the genie that capitalism let out of the bottle, and it hasn't changed since. Something to consider. Blockchain is technology, cryptocurrency is technology, Ethereum and Bitcoin and these cryptos are good, solid technology that will change and improve our lives for the better. Something to consider. Peace. Oh, and thanks to those people that hit me up on Messenger and asked me questions. I'm humbled and honored that you asked me questions about crypto and Bitcoin and how to get in it and the details and stuff like that. I'm thinking about putting together like a blog or something like that where I can just answer questions and, help educate people. Because the sooner we get to this critical mass point, the better. Thanks.